What's going on, guys? This is Robert from robertearlreed.com, and this is your home for character, cryptos, and cash flows. That's the intro. Now for the info. You got governments out there wanting to issue their own form of cryptos. I've already done a video on Venezuela, but other people want to get in on the act. Let's jump into the article here. Regulated government issued cryptos to challenge Bitcoin in 2018. I can tell you right now, guys, the government does not like the idea of Bitcoin being so big, so popular, decentralized. They don't have control. The one thing most governments like is control. So they want to jump on the crypto train and see if they can get some cryptos to kind of help out with some of the financial ails that are plaguing their country, and also to kind of beat back the power and the juggernaut that is Bitcoin. But let's take a look at the article, which says calls for cryptocurrency regulations were a resounding theme at the World Economic Forum in Davos last week. The world's most prominent financial institutions remain weary of going all in on cryptocurrencies amid fears of future regulation leading the market to tank. And I would agree with that statement. I believe that if a lot of regulation comes down so much on this cryptocurrency space, that it could hurt the market very much. But let's just hope for the best at this point. Governments around the world have signaled their ongoing or imminent intent to legislate and regulate cryptocurrencies around the world. See, got to have the tentacles and everything. And it seems the largest banking and financial firms are waiting for more clarity before they forge ahead with plans to enter the market. Countries like Russia are forging ahead with the creation of their own government-issued cryptocurrency, which they can fully control because that's what they want. Others, like Venezuela, have been forced to do so to battle out-of-control inflation that has crippled its economy. Opposed to a decentralized and anonymous system, the creation of a cryptocurrency that governments can control is their only option to wrestle back some semblance of control that has been handed to the everyday man using cryptocurrencies. See, don't want to have that power in your hands. They got to wrestle back the power to get it back in their hands. Speaking to RT at the WEF in Davos, Universal CEO Alexandra Borodich said governments are keen to issue their own virtual currencies that would be backed by commodities like oil. That's what Venezuela has done, guys, with the petro. Continuing, from my perspective, they will offer state countrywide cryptocurrencies like the crypto ruble or crypto barrel if they like to back the oil they have or other natural resources. He added that 2018 would see the emergence of these state-issued cryptocurrencies to challenge the dominance of Bitcoin and other popular virtual currencies. Nefarious uses still a concern. Despite the best intentions of honest developers, exchanges, and blockchain engineers, there is a prevailing sentiment that the underworld still uses cryptocurrencies. It's been a number of years since the closure of Silk Road and subsequent black markets, but heads of states are still citing concerns over the nefarious uses of virtual currencies. As quoted by The Independent, U.S. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin said, there is a concerted effort being made to prevent cryptocurrencies being used for illicit trade. My number one focus on cryptocurrencies, whether that be digital currencies or Bitcoin or other things, is that we want to make sure that they're not used for illicit activities. Well, let me just interject there. The thing is, almost everything that we invent, if it is for a good reason, if the intentions are good and sound, that does not stop the character of someone else to use it for ill. A telephone is good, but someone can make bad phone calls. Money is good, but they can use it for bad reasons. The ability of flight, the ability of flight, helicopters, planes, stuff like that, is good, but it can be used for evil to drop bombs on people. So anything that we create, it can be used for bad. That's just simply my point. It can be used for bad regardless of what it is. So trying to regulate or handle something just to make sure it's not used for evil. I don't know, but you guys tell me what you think. Continuing. A major concern is also the well-being of financial markets and systems that have been shaken up by the massive adoption of Bitcoin and altcoins in the past 12 months. In the words of Nugent, we encourage fintech and we encourage innovation, but we want to make sure all of our financial markets are safe. We want to make sure that the rest of the world and many of the group of 20 countries are already starting on this have the same regulations. Yep, see, we want regulation. We want regulation. We want control. We want regulation. IMF head Christine Lagarde also painted a harsh perception of cryptocurrencies. The anonymity and lack of transparency and the way in which it conceals and protects money laundering and financing of terrorism is just unacceptable. It needs to be taken into account, but then there will be innovations coming out of these movements, end quote. Nevertheless, the cryptocurrency community has been bullish on social media, slamming the apathy swirling around at Davos this week. So, look, at the end of the day, conquerors, most people who get into cryptocurrency or who has been early adopters, aside from the promise of, massive gains and cryptos going to the moon, aside from that, people get into cryptocurrencies because they like this whole idea of anonymity. They love the idea of decentralization. They love privacy. But regulations are going to come down to basically strip away everything that you actually love about cryptocurrencies. Now, that's not to say that there will not be any opportunities in cryptocurrencies. I am just saying that cryptocurrencies, as we know it, may very well change here in the future. Now, they can spin it and make it sound as though, hey, we just want everyone to be safe and so they don't lose their money. No, no, no. Reading between the lines, they want control because cryptocurrencies, being a decentralized digital asset, takes control from governing bodies and puts it in the hands of the people, and they simply can't have that. That's just my thought on that, guys. Give me your insight. Put it in the comment section below. Let's talk about it. Let's see what's going on. Don't forget to hit the notification button. Comment, rate, subscribe. Until next time, conquer with Cryp. See you on the next video.